My name is George. I am 80 years old. I live in a small house where I have stayed for many years. My wife died 15 years ago, so I live alone now. I make tea alone. I eat alone. I sleep alone. I have one son, Daniel. He moved to Canada 25 years ago. He has a wife and two children. He has a big house, a good job, and a new car. But he never visits me. Sometimes he calls and says, "I will come next year." But he never comes. Every day, I wait. I sit by the window. I look at his old room. I talk to his photo. I say, "Daniel, please come. I miss you." Some days I feel strong. I make food and walk a little. Most days I feel weak. My legs hurt. Still, I clean my house, wash my clothes, and wait by the window. One day, there was a knock on my door. I opened it. It was Daniel. I could not speak. He smiled and said, "Hello, Dad." I asked, "Is it really you?" He said, "Yes, it's me." We sat together. I asked about his wife Lisa and his children. He said they were fine and they missed me. Then he said, "Dad, come with me. Live with us. It's not safe for you to live alone." That night, I could not sleep. I looked at the walls and at my wife's photo. This house was ours for many years, but Daniel was my only son. I missed him so much. In the morning, Daniel said, "Sell this house. You don't need it anymore. We will help you." I looked at his face. He looked like his mother. I thought, maybe he really wants me now. So I said, "Yes." I sold my house. I gave him the money. I packed my bag. At the airport, Daniel said, "Wait here. I will get a wheelchair." I sat down. He walked away. I waited. 10 minutes passed, then 20, then 30. He never came back. I started to cry. People walked by, but no one stopped. After an hour, a police officer came. He asked if I was waiting for someone. I said, "Yes, my son." He checked the cameras. Then he came back and said, "Sir, I am sorry. Your son left on the plane. He went alone." My heart broke. I said, "I sold my house. I gave him all my money. I trusted him." The officer said, "Some people forget love. I am sorry." He told me his name was Sam. He said, "You cannot stay here. Come with me." He called his wife and asked if I could stay with them. She said yes. That night, his wife gave me warm food and a bed. For the first time in years, I felt safe. The next day, Sam got a phone call. The plane Daniel took had crashed. No one survived. But Sam did not tell me. He knew I still loved my son. Sam and his wife Mary took care of me. They gave me food, medicine, and love. Sam said, "You remind me of my father. Maybe I have a second chance now." Slowly, I felt like I had a family again. Sam became my son. Mary became my daughter. One day Sam asked if I wanted to visit my old house. I said, "No, that house is gone, but now I have a new home here." Daniel is gone. He made mistakes, but I still pray for him. I still love him. And I am not alone anymore. I have love, safety, and peace. I am home again.